Hello and welcome to the latest edition of In Our House.
First today, one of the newest tourist attractions in Birmingham is called the Coffin Works.
The Coffin Works.
Not as strange as it seems, it is based in an old factory in Birmingham.
They didn't make coffins, but they made things to go on the coffins like handles.
We followed the progress of the building.
So Simon, why do you want to restore this building?
Well, it's an amazing bit of Birmingham's industrial history. And if you look in this street around us here, you'll see it's one of the only old buildings left of this bit of the jewellery quarter. It's got an incredible story to tell about a business making coffin fittings in Birmingham, which is a really big trade at one time. And it was left with all its stock and everything intact. So we've got a really good story to tell about a Birmingham business. It's a fantastic building with all its own armed windows, a custom-built factory. And we think that people will be really interested to see it. And we think it would be a very great shame if it was knocked down.
What do you think it will look like in the future when you've restored the building back to its original place?
Well, in one sense we hope it's not going to look very different, because that's the idea. We're kind of restoring it. We want people to be able to experience what it was like. But all sorts of things need to be repaired. The roof leaks, we've got buckets all over the place collecting the water that comes in. The windows, the arms all rusted and they need fixing. But we want it to look pretty similar. What we will do, what will be different, is we'll have all the stuff back in it again, so it'll look just like it was when it was found, when it was first, the factory closed in 1999.
Hopefully, we'll be around to see this project completed.
AJ Lindo, TNT News, in the Coffin Works.
Tour guide will meet all the visitors here, then they'll clock in with the original clocking in machine, which will form an excellent part of the visitor experience because they'll feel like they were workers at Newman Brothers. And then they'll head to the stamp room over there, and Suzanne can tell us some more. Should we go over?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, look at all this. So what's going to happen in here?
Well, this is one of our really special rooms. This is the stamp room, and it includes all the original machinery dating back from 1894. You can smell the age, can't you? You can smell how damp and industrial it feels here. And Sarah will be bringing all the contents back here as well. So all the dies will be back on the shelves. New shelves will go up behind the drop stamps here, full of the iron moulds that made the coffin fittings. And a really special thing is that we're going to get the machinery working again, so we can actually demonstrate how you stamp and how you press out a coffin fitting, then take it over to the fly presses, trim it all, then take it over to another fly press and pierce holes in it. So in the end, we had to show visitors that we've actually made a coffin fitting right in front of their eyes. Very exciting, this room.
And I'm particularly excited about the shroud room. Should we go and have a look?
Yeah.
Most exciting part, I think, in this room for me is the sewing machines. We're planning to have all of those refurbished, so when people come up on their tour, the tour guide can flick a switch or operate a sewing machine, and you'll get a sense of the noise in this room as well. And we're also going to have music playing in here as well, and something called Workers' Playtime, which was a BBC programme from the 40s to the 60s.
Hello, and we are at the Coffin Works on October the 24th, 2014.
After 15 years of work, the Coffin Works have finally opened.
The Lord Mayor of Birmingham officially opened the building.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A real example of Victorian industry, it opened in 1894. A real example of Victorian industry, it opened in 1894.
These are the kind of things that they make here at the Coffin Works: crosses, breastplates, and screws.
They also made the shrouds.
Funerals have always had an inquisitive side to them, and I mean here this factory was in use for over 100 years, and they made all these brass coffin handles and fittings. They were called furniture, but it's actually fittings, handles, etc. But there's an awful lot to see in all the rooms. We've got the stamp room over there.
Now that the machines are working, Let's see them in action. Here's Cornelius.
And these are the metal dies the person would choose to put into the hammer, and they would stamp it out with a nice big bang to get the impression. It's going to slowly get noisier.
The RIP signs are attached to the handles that go on the coffin.
So this is how it used to look like, but this is how it looks today. So this is Lorraine. What are you doing over Easter?
Well, throughout Easter, we've got an Easter egg trail going on all around the factory, so families that can come and visit can find the clues, and if they answer them all correctly, they'll be entered into a prize draw to win some yummy chocolate treats.
What else have you got planned?
Well, on selected days, I'll be leading some family-friendly tours around the factory. We'll be finding out all about the people that worked here and about the amazing products that were made here. For further details, you can check out our website.
So why don't you come to the Coffin Works and join in. Natasha Kaninda on TNT News.
Now for I didn't know that. When the Queen came to Birmingham in 1991, she unveiled this plaque. And local school children sang a special song. I didn't know that.
What did the doctor say to the egg?
You need some exercise. I'm exhausted. What does an egg say when you tell it a joke? It cracks up.
What did the egg say when he saw a ghost?
You don't exist.
How did the egg get out of the room?
He went through the exit.
And his mother came through the entrance.
This logo is from a TV company called ATV.
ATV was the TV company in Birmingham until it became Central TV.
The building where the studio was located off Broad Street is being demolished. I went there to have a look. This building off Broad Street, which is being demolished, was once the home of ATV. Famous programmes made here included a Saturday morning children's programme called Tiswas, the news was called ATV Today, and Crossroads became world famous. Repeats of it are very popular on Big Sun TV. ATV became Central in January 1982. Most of the area around here will be redeveloped and called Arena Central, with what is called a mixed-use development. That means a mixture of offices, apartments, a hotel and some leisure facilities and shops. So far a number of designs have been produced to show what the area might look like, but these are not definite yet. Developers hope it will be completed by 2018. Mina Nixon, TNT News, Broad Street.
Today's work of art features a man who lived in Birmingham and has become famous enough to have his own statue erected in his honour.
His name was William McGregor. This is a clue to what he did.
Until 1888, football clubs only played cup games and friendlies. He wrote to the most famous clubs and organised the meeting. That meeting changed football forever. 12 clubs became league members. These included West Bromwich Albion, Wolverhampton and Aston Villa.
We used modern technology to find out where he was buried.
Villa.
Aston Villa.
This is the church where he was buried. So let's go find the grave. Can we see over there?
But didn't he say he died where the number 16 bus stop is now?
Yeah, well, we've got off to number 16.
It's not easy, is it?
Is
Want a
church?
clue?
Yeah.
There's a reason why I'm filming here.
Oh, because it's in the grass. It's in his grass.
Where is it? Where is it? Found it. Jessie, the beloved wife of William McGregor. Also, William McGregor, who died December 20th, 1911, aged 65. Founder of the Football League and chairman of Aston Villa FC. He joined the board of Villa and eventually became a member of their committee. So this is Villa Park, so that must be the statue. This is him, this is Mr. McGregor. In his hand is a letter he sent to the clubs. I beg to tender these following suggestions. That's how he started off the letter. And now, the Football League and the Premier League are well known, and it's all down to a man in Birmingham. So that's the story of William McGregor. Amani Henderson, TNT News, Villa Park.
What did the egg say when it went to the movies? It is very expensive. But he said it was a good experience. Why did the egg like doing science? Because it loved doing experiments. Which egg went to the North Pole? The Explorer. What would happen if all of the eggs in the world didn't hatch? They would become extinct.
An Olympic medal winner swimmer, Jo Jackson, has been in Birmingham. She's keen to inspire children to get involved in sports and to keep fit. We went to great lengths to catch up with her. Swimming star Joanne Jackson, an Olympic bronze medalist and world record holder in the 400-metre freestyle, has been visiting schools as part of the Sports for Schools Fun, Fitness and Inspiration project. The project encourages youngsters to undertake exercise and inspire them to become physically active. Joanne swam in her first Olympic Games in Athens just aged 17. Since then, she has broken a world record, become a successful swimmer and represented her country at 3 Olympic Games.
This is my Olympic bronze medal from the 2008 Olympic Games. So I'm really, really proud of this medal because the Olympics only happen every 4 years. And this was my dream when I was younger, to go to the Olympic Games. So to come away with a medal, I was really, really proud of that performance. And this is definitely my favourite medal. Out of all my medals I've got, this is my favourite. So when I was 9, I'd passed my level 7, learned to swim, and I joined my local swimming club. And I was really, really lucky that I had an older sister who was 2 years older than me, and we went to swimming together. And we went to the same swimming club, and we used to train together. Now I really, really looked up to my sister because she was older than me, and she was such a fantastic swimmer. She was a real inspiration to me. And I remember when I was 14, sitting at home watching the Olympic Games. My sister was in them. So my sister made the Olympics before me. She went to the 2000 Olympic Games in Sydney. I remember sitting at home watching her on the television, thinking she was absolutely fantastic. And I wanted to follow in my sister's footsteps. So that was my dream when I was 14, to go to the Olympic Games and represent my country. So that's what I trained for. I started to train really, really hard so I could make the Olympic Games. So can anybody guess how many lengths I was doing in the pool while I was training for the Olympic Games? Bit more than 20.
22.
More than 22.
50.
More than 50. Say that again? More than 100. Like one more guess. 150. Good guesses, but put your hands down. So every day I was doing, while I was training for the Olympic Games, I was doing 600 lengths every single day.
What was it like to win Olympic medals?
So during my swimming career, I won loads of different medals, whether it was my Commonwealth medals, my Olympic medal, my World Championship medals, and all of those medals are really, really special to me. But the one that means the most to me is my Olympic bronze medal from the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games.
What advice would you give to people who want to become an Olympian?
To be an Olympian is really, really tough, and it takes a lot of hard work to get there. But if I can do it, anybody can do it. When I was young, I wasn't the best swimmer. There was loads of people faster than me. But because I gave it 100% in all my swimming lessons and when I joined the swimming club and always tried my best, I then became an Olympic athlete. So I think what I'd say to everybody is always give it 100%, whether it's in swimming, whether it's in running, cycling, whatever it is you enjoy doing in sport or even away from sport. If you give it 100% now, you'll be able to go on and achieve your dreams as well. And that was my dream when I was younger. My dream was to go to the Olympic Games, and because I gave it 100% and kept on going, I then got to the Olympics. So it is really, really tough, but it's the best experience I've ever done. And if you want to go for it, you should definitely go for it. You've just got to keep on trying hard.
It's time for the mystery picture. Do you know where this is?
No.
Oh, well, that's the point of a mystery picture. Do you want another clue?
Yeah.
What about now? So the answer to this week's mystery picture is the cube
by the mailbox.
And now, another Memory Minutes.
Mr. Turner that lived up our yard in Nelson Street, he was a lamplighter.
Can you go through that, trying to describe that?
He used to carry a ladder.
Yeah,
he used to carry the ladder, and he'd have a bag with new mantles in, and they go up, they wiped all the windows out, opened it up, lit it to make sure that it was working, turned it out, and if there's a bad mantle in there, they used to put a new mantle on, come down, lock the door on the lamp, come down, and then move along to the next one.
Sometimes didn't some of them have a little barrow? They had like a two-wheeled barrow with just a little side up there just to lay the
Mr. Turner, he had a little pointed ladder. He didn't have a big ladder, just a little pointed ladder.
And they used to hook it on the arm of the ladder, so it wouldn't slip.
The question is, have you got a grot spot?
A grot spot?
Not the one on your face, of course.
Oh, shut up.
I mean a place where people dump lots of rubbish, like this. There's a big campaign across the city to encourage people to look after the environment,
especially making streets cleaner. A new fly tipping hit squad has dealt with over 900 complaints since it was set up 4 months ago. Tipping of rubbish, or fly tipping as it is called, has been a big problem since people had to pay to have things like garden waste removed. A Tidy Brum, Love Where We Live campaign has been started. More and more people are having wheelie bins, and this means black bags are becoming less of a problem. However, black bags are easy to dump and easily broken up by foxes and birds, causing a huge mess. Even when black bags are piled up for collection, rubbish is still spilled and not always cleared up. Since bins have been introduced, the amount of black bags have decreased, and the amount of materials put out for recycling has increased, which is good news. But often, bins are not emptied because the wrong type of material is put in the wrong type of bins. The council is working with businesses to help change attitudes towards rubbish, promoting an anti-litter message, reducing the amount of packaging and encouraging people to dispose of rubbish responsibly. Really, although it's the council's job to clear litter from the pavements and roads, it's the public's responsibility not to drop it or dump it in the first place. Last year, 30,000 cases of fly tipping were reported across the West Midlands, and it is estimated that it costs around 1.7 million to clean up. Couldn't this money have been spent on better things? AJ Lindo, TNT News.
So, you've heard of the books Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien.
In recent years, lovers of Tolkien's books have come together to organise a weekend of events at Sowerhall Mill to celebrate his work.
Last year it was cancelled due to lack of funds, but this year organisers have announced that it will be back on. Yes!
This is what you can expect to see.
This is a Tolkien Society tent. Let's find out what it's all about. Thank you for joining us at TNT News. Could you tell us a bit about your society?
Well, the Tolkien Society was founded in 1969 as an educational charity to promote the life and works of J.R.R. Tolkien. We have thousands of members across the United Kingdom and the rest of the world, and each year we organise events up and down the country in order to bring fans together to talk about Tolkien's works and to have a bit of fun together.
And why is Tolkien so important to you?
Well, Tolkien created these fantastic stories. The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit are essentially very fundamental stories about good versus evil, and I think that's something we can all relate to and we can all escape in when we read The Lord of the Rings and the other works by J.R.R. Tolkien.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And let's go get a bit of the action.
Things are real! They are such a I'll protect you. Okay. Oh, get someone! Oh, Eric!
Captain, you can all see your breath. With a warrior by his side.
Bye.